Today, we will be doing a lesson called Toys, Toys, Toys. It is for first grade, ages 8 or 7. The lesson goal will be that students can stop, reflect, and answer problems that they will be struggling with before they either give up or just throw out an answer that they are just guessing on or willy-nilly, whatever they think. The content standard is that they will use addition within 1 through 20 to solve problems involving situations, putting together and comparing by using objects. And then the learning objective is that students will be able to individually solve a 3-problem worksheet of adding problems by using objects. So my objects are a car, a soccer ball, and a bear. My expectation for students that exceed expectations, they will have to do a harder worksheet that I have advanced the numbers on. For students that meet the expectations, they will have the regular worksheet, and then for students that fall below, they will have worksheet that I have lessened the numbers on. My formative assessment, I switched it up this week, so I will do an exit ticket before they will be able to leave. I will ask them a question. So I will ask them one of 2 questions. They will pick which question they want to answer. My question will be either what was the easiest part of the lesson or what was the hardest part, and then for the adding for them, and then I will be specifically looking for them to tell me about the adding, not just about the lesson, like, oh, it was writing down the number. Like, I want them to be specific with it. And then I need each student to tell me a different answer. So I don't want them to tell me that, oh, their friend Billy said this answer, so that they're going to tell me that answer. And then for students that exceed expectations regarding like IEPs and stuff, I will have them try to help out their table partners. Although they will be working individually, they can try to help out their table partners. For students that fall below expectations for like a tier 1, because it would still be in class, I would have them sit next to a student who would possibly exceed expectations. Otherwise, I will try to do my best to help support those students, because I will not have to sit down and do a one-on-one with this lesson, because it's just a worksheet. So I should not have to be able to sit down and teach this lesson problem by problem by problem. I should just be able to give this lesson to them. And then, so either their table partner can help them, I can help them. And then, yeah, I think that's all I wrote. So for the lesson hook, I would tell my students what they will be learning, first of all, in a way that they will be able to understand. Then I will tell them that the materials that they will be needing, so that would be like the learning objectives. Then I will tell them the materials, so they will need a pencil, not a pen, and then paper. So I have a notebook here. And then no calculators on this, because that's what we were working on. And then I will ask them if anyone has any questions before we get started, and then I will get started into teaching them the lesson. So for the lesson, I will say, okay, class, it's time to get started. So for each student, so if I had a falling below student, I would give them the falling below. And I would not need to teach this to the whole class. So I would just give them this, and then they would work independently. So, but since I am sitting next to my falling below student, I could sit next to them and say, okay, do we know what car plus bear equals in order to make 3 for falling below students?
2 plus 1 equals 3.
Good job. But now what happens if we change it to a car plus a soccer ball? So if 2 plus 1 equals 3, what's 2 plus blank equals 4?
Two and soccer ball is 3.
All right, good job. So then if I had a student that was meeting expectations, I could say, do we know what car plus bear equals in order to make 5?
3 plus 2 equals 5.
Good job. What about we change it and we do car plus soccer ball in order to make 8?
If car is 3, soccer ball has got to be 5.
Good job. So then if I had a student that was exceeding expectations, I would give them this worksheet. So what if I had a car plus a bear and that had to make 14? And then they would use this worksheet by looking at all of the other numbers and all the other objects and looking at the end result.
Car plus bear, with the car being 5 and the bear being 9, equals 14.
Good job. So then they could just go through that. But that's when it would really come in hand for the lesson goal for students would be able to stop, reflect, and answer. So they would really have to look at the end goal here in order to pinpoint which object equals what. So then for my lesson hook, I would just recap, or for my lesson closure, I would just recap my hook. I would then change it up and ask 2 ways I can improve for my lesson future. And then I would ask them 3 ways on those 2 different ways I can, as a whole class discussion, I can use those, or 3 ways that they can implement those things that they learned into the future. So 2 ways that I can improve my lesson for the future, and then 3 things they learned, and then 2 ways that they can use the 3 things they learned in the future. So then that is what I would do for my closure. That is what I would do for my whole lesson. I think that is pretty much it. Thank you for listening.